So in this video, I will be showing you guys the new best Fortnite settings for Chapter 6 Season 4. But before we get into the settings, I'm going to be showing you guys some clips that you can expect to be hitting after getting used to the settings. And if you guys want to use performance mode, spectate with respawn, and many other features, including my updated settings that help me hit Unreal rank, you can check them out on my 0 delay 1v1 map, and here's the map code. Now let's get into the video. So to start off, I play windowed full screen because personally it gives me the best performance and it's really nice switching between windows. And I actually play stretch res, so 1720 by 1080, VSync off. I play 240 FPS because I got a nice PC, of course performance. I actually use the new performance mode instead of the legacy performance because personally since I have newer specs, it gives me more performance. Brightness at 98, user interface contrast at 1. I don't play with colorblind mode. I used to play Detronope, but it just makes my game super non-vibrant. And I like it how it is when it's super vibrant. So obviously this doesn't matter. I can move it anywhere and it won't matter. Then for my performance mode settings, 3D resolution, you want to keep this at 100 unless you're on a super low end PC, because as you can see, if you turn it down to even just like 44, then you guys can see, I don't know if you guys can see, but it really pixelates the game and it gives you a competitive disadvantage. So yeah, if you just into epic, this is nice. It might hurt your performance, but only slightly, but this is actually really nice so that you can see as far, so you can see farther and see other players that you can't normally see. Mesh is on high. I'm just playing this right now. You should probably keep this on low. I'm just on high graphics right now, so that's why I have this on high, but you should probably keep it on low. This is on on plus boost. That gives you the best performance. Now, moving over to sound, these don't really matter. Sound quality, if you put it on high, then you can actually hear visual sound effects a little bit farther. So yeah, 3 headphones on off, visual sound effects obviously on because that is one of the most useful settings. This doesn't really matter. And then in my in-game settings, of course, NA East, none of this really matters. Toggle sprint on, auto open doors, mantle activation, hold swap to pick up. Although I do play edit on release on edit. Now the reason I don't have it on both is because when it's on edit, I can do things like cone flips like that, and that's really cool. So personally, I like to keep it on edit rather than just keeping it on both. Contextual tips off. Extra game options, I just keep my max FOV. Replays, you probably should turn all of these off just because they give you a performance, because they do actually help performance if you keep them all off. Energy saving, this doesn't really matter. Rocket racing, okay. On my reticle, I do keep this on because I don't play custom crosshair right now. None of this really matters. Cumulative damage numbers, scale is a 125, HUD scale is 75, and then if you guys want to copy these, you can. None of this really works, okay. Gyro, obviously I don't play mobile, so you don't need this. Alright, now to mouse and keyboard and sensitivity. So my X is at 21.9, my Y is at 25.1, and my targeting and scope sensitivity is actually at 91.1 and 89.8. Building sensitivity, editing sensitivity, and first person mode are all at 100. Zoom scaling on legacy, keyboard movement on off, touchpad on, none of this really matters. But yeah, this personally gives me the best aim. And now let's go to keybinds. Okay, so crouch, control, sprint, shift. Okay. I use normal movement binds. I don't play arrow keys or anything like that. Reload, obviously R. And then weapon slots, I just use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then my use is scroll up. Targeting is caps lock and shift. I don't know. To aim in, of course, I do right click. Building, I actually use default build binds, so Z, X, C, and V, and I actually put my thumb under my other fingers, so it's actually kind of cooked. You can copy those if you want. That's how I edit fast, but I don't know. A lot of people don't prefer to use that. Trap is Y. Place building is just click, repair, H, rotate building, R. Building edit, I use F, and then I also scroll down here. This gives you scroll wheel reset so that you can just scroll like that, and then you can reset really quickly. And then my second reset bind is right click, so I can do those cone flips. Communication, emote. I keep my emote on P because I just don't want to hit it accidentally. None of this really matters except for I actually keep toggle pickaxe on mouse button 5 because I think that's the most efficient for me since I don't actually have to click a key. So none of this really matters. And then my controller. So I actually do play a little bit controller, and I borrowed from a lot of pro controller players. So if you want to copy these, you can. They might not be the best right now, but you can check them out. So pitch, 110.5, 1.7 on 1.7 on both of these. First person mode doesn't really matter. Look horizontal and vertical is 37, 37. Horizontal boost 10, vertical boost 8, 15, 13 right here. So if you want to copy that, you could. Aim assist strength to keep this on 100. Look dampening time on 0.21. And then this new trigger release setting. So I don't really know much about this, but I just like it on 25, so you can try that out. My controller binds, of course. Since I don't normally play controller, you don't have to copy these, but you can if you would like to. I play paddles, so it might look a little bit different, but if you want to copy them, you can. You don't have to. I'm just going to scroll through them, so pause the video if you need to copy them. Hope you enjoyed this video, and make sure to check out my zero delay wall video map, and make sure to subscribe.